Well, our top story, a jury is soon going to begin its deliberations in a Bulloch County murder trial. This is after both sides rested today in Statesboro.
The case involves a man accused of stabbing a stranger to death and stealing his vehicle. WSAV's Evan Smoke has more. We do want to warn you, some of the details may be disturbing.
Here at the Bulloch County Courthouse, both sides have now rested in the case of a man who allegedly gouged his own eyes out following his arrest in connection to a homicide on I-16.
He used his finger to physically injure and remove his own eyes at separate occasions.
That was investigator Cody Wallace, who helped investigate the homicide of Bruce Dupree. Dupree was found shirtless and bleeding near I-16 on the evening of October 14, 2024. Robert Keller was arrested later that night after attempting to flee from police. Wallace spoke to Keller multiple times during his incarceration and detailed one of those conversations on the witness stand Tuesday.
Keller told me once again on December 12th at 11:26 that he was not crazy and that he does not hear voices. He continued to say that the reason he is harming himself is he feels like he needs to be punished. He said, I made some choices that led me here and I'm being punished by the creator.
Prosecution also called multiple other witnesses, including the medical examiner who performed the autopsy on the stabbing victim, as well as a GBI forensic biologist who testified about the results she concluded from testing a knife, which prosecution say is the murder weapon.
The swabbing from the handle of the knife contained a mixture of DNA from at least 2 individuals. A DNA match was identified between the data from the swabbing of the handle of the knife and Bruce Dupree. There is a second individual in the mixture. However, due to limited data, no conclusive determination can be made.
The defense also rested Tuesday, calling no witnesses. Closing statements are scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Reporting from Statesboro, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.
The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office asking for the public's help tracking down 2 men wanted in connection with a series of crimes in a Bluffton neighborhood. Now, investigators have identified these 2 men, the suspects, Vernon Pope Jr. and 19-year-old Arthur Edwards Jr. Both men are facing multiple charges, including first-degree burglary, grand larceny of a motor vehicle, and 5 counts of breaking into a motor vehicle. Deputies say they responded to multiple reports of suspicious activity, vandalism, vehicle break-ins, and a stolen vehicle, all during a 2-day period. Anyone who knows where either suspect may be, please contact the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office.
What was supposed to be the start of a new chapter has become a costly ordeal for several families across the Southeast. Customers of Georgia-based modular and manufactured home retailer say they paid for homes they never received or were left with homes that are still unfinished. WSAV's Isabella Baez has been investigating their claims and joins us now with what the families are saying.
Well, Tina, WSAV has received emails from customers sharing their experience with a manufactured home retailer. Dozens of others are also speaking out on social media, from Tennessee to Florida and right here in Georgia. The Feeser family says they paid more than $200,000 cash for a home they never received. The Couch family says they did get their home, but it was left unfinished and unlivable.
We don't have running water to the home. We also don't have HVAC to the home currently, or the brick skirting. So
I'm scared. I'm terrified. We don't have anywhere to go or anything to do. We used our money.
2 families are sharing different experiences with the same manufactured home retailer. Both say it started the same way. They say they trusted the company and its owner after seeing what they believed was their dream home and paying for it. Both families say communication eventually stopped. The Feeser family says they emptied their savings, got permits ready, then heard nothing. The Couch family says their home was delivered, but it was missing pieces and never made livable. Both families say they later went on social media and discovered dozens of other families sharing similar stories. These 2 families say their stories are just the beginning. Coming up on WSAV News 3 at 10 and 11, hear their full accounts, see the conditions they say they've been left to live with, and hear URES Home Center's response to the allegations. Isabella Baez, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Isabella, thanks so much. Well, Georgia's going to see over 100 new laws take effect starting tomorrow, and one of those will require training for hotel and inn workers to spot the signs of human trafficking. Senate Bill 570, which is the Georgia Human Trafficking Prevention Training Act, would require hotel, inn, and short-term rental workers to complete human trafficking awareness training. Now, Savannah-based Theros Place, a shelter for survivors, says the training could make a difference. Kate Gallup with the organization says more than half of the survivors report encountering a hotel worker at some point.
When we talk to a lot of sheriffs and people in police, they describe a very short window where traffickers and trafficking survivors can be identified. So it's essential for people who work in hotels to understand what trafficking really does look like.
For more information on some of the other bills officially going into law tomorrow, just visit our website, WSAV.com.
Following up now, the plan for a proposed wastewater facility in Liberty County is still evolving. Now the Development Authority is evaluating a second possible discharge site as it moves forward with a project that has drawn strong public scrutiny. The Liberty County Development Authority has now formally asked the Georgia Environmental Protection Division to evaluate whether the North Newport River can support wastewater discharges from the proposed water reclamation facility, an alternative to the Laurel View River, which had been the only proposed discharge location. Officials say the state's waste load allocation study will determine whether the river can safely handle the discharge.
Continue to lay out the plans and eventually make a proposal to build it. We're not even at the batter's box. We're still in the dugout, warming up, waiting to get on the field.
They expect those results in 6 to 9 months, which could help decide which location moves forward. A community meeting is scheduled for July 13th at 6 o'clock in Riceboro, where residents will have the opportunity to ask questions about the proposed facility and the options still under consideration.